Hey guys, my name is Steph, and today we are going to be talking about the CZ457 MTR. It comes with the match barrel. It's a 20-inch barrel for this one, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about some of the ammo that I've tested. Now, I haven't tested everything I've wanted to test, but I had a good selection. I've been just grabbing anything that's been local to me, and I just want to share some of that data with you. Now, I know a lot of guys have done this. They've all given their own results. Some people come up with different results, but it's all along the same veins. And I just want to share with you what worked out of my barrel, how I shoot, what my barrel does. And the reason for this is I didn't clean between every ammo because I just wanted a kind of open, globalized picture of what my gun likes, as just a general, just kind of to narrow down the top 5. And so what I did was I did shoot about 4 at a time, and I would go and clean it in between. And for every ammo that I tested, I did 10 siders. So I would just let the barrel warm up to that one bullet, 10 shots minimum. And then I would do 2 5-shot groups as its official group. Now, I'll just tell you what I put on here. I just recently put just a cheek riser. It doesn't look really good compared to just bare stock, that nice walnut stock or whatever it is. But I just put this on here just because when you're shooting a lot, it's nice when you can get a good cheek weld, and then you get a good sight picture. So I decided to put this on. But I'll just tell you what's on here. You can kind of go do your own research on what you want to do. But I suggest having good glass, but also good accessories that gets you really good results. So I wouldn't cheapen out on any of these. I don't think it's worth it. I think it's better if you saved your money and waited for you to be able to afford those things, versus to be able to just put cheap stuff on there. Like if you get cheap rings, then you're putting cheap glue between expensive glass and good gun. So I'll just share with you what I have. So this is an Area 419 rail, and this is an Atlas bipod. This one's an Area 419 30 MOA rail as well for the CZ457. These are match rings with a Vortex Viper PST Gen 2. Now, I already had these rings for these on a different gun, my 1,000-yard gun, on a 6.5 Creedmoor. So I just took that optics and I put it on here. This is really quite overkill, but for some people it's probably not, and for some people it's way overkill. But this is what I want to be able to shoot at a couple 100 yards with my 22, so this is what I put on here. And I found that the trigger pull on the stock CZ457 is really heavy. Well, from what I found, I think it's pretty heavy, so I did put a Yo Dave spring in there. Okay, gun aside, that won't really affect the accuracy other than if you're torquing or pushing or anything like that. I just let it sit on the bag. Don't put a whole lot of pressure in the bipods. I just try and find that center, and I'd relax as easy as I can and get a 90 degree trigger press, and nice and easy pull straight back and let her rip. I've been shooting for quite a few years now, quite a bit, and I feel like I'm in my rhythm when it comes to shooting, and I'm pretty confident in my shooting now. So I was fairly confident to go through all these different ammos. So let's dive right into it. We're gonna line these up from worst to best. Now you could tell probably right away which ones are gonna be the worst. The only one that I actually didn't have these sheets were the Ely Club, but it was very well near the bottom. So we're gonna put it somewhere down here, but it was okay. So let's just start with the first one that I have here, and then we'll squeeze in the club in there. So I don't know if you can see that. We'll show you what's going on here. Oh, it's wanting to see my face. I see. So I'm just going to share my data here, and I'll kind of walk you through. So everything that I do, I printed my own ammo testing sheet, and every one of these has the date, the temperature in Celsius, because I'm in Canada, and then I did 10 shot cider, and where is this? Ely contact. So here I shot my first group after doing 10 shots of a cider. It shot at a 0.45, and it shot at a 0.54 and a 0.54 of an inch. 5-shot group, 5-shot group. So the average is a 0.54 for the Ely contact. So just think of it like this way, like in this MTR, out of all this ammo, a 1/2 inch, which is MOA pretty close, is the worst. Just put that in consideration. This gun shoots really quite well. And so when we're gonna talk about differences, it's gonna be very small differences. And so what I later on found out was that it's less what it does at 50 yards, it's more what it does, how it groups at 200 yards. That's really where the ammo's really, a bullet can fall apart or stick together. But anyway, let's just move on. So Ely contact will be right near the bottom. Now, on a different day, this could shoot better, but for this lot of Ely contact, it was very much near the bottom for me. Those are the results. I'm not going to argue with them. I love this stuff, but it didn't perform for me out of this gun. But in general, I love that ammo. So let's go to the next one here. So Ely Club is right in here. It could be just before, could be just after. I don't exactly know which one it was because I didn't measure it yet. It just wasn't impressive. So this next one is, again, 16 degrees. So this was a different day. CCI standard velocity, shooting at 0.48 of an average. So I only did a 5-shot group here because I've been shooting it a little bit more. And then this shot at a 0.55 and a 0.41, so an average of 0.48. So we're going to put the standard velocity near the bottom. All right, let's keep going. Again, it could shoot better on a different day, but this is the test, so I'm going to stick to the test. Aguila subsonic. So this was a 10-shot cider. Not impressive at all. I'll show you. It's not impressive at all. But the interesting part is that the next 5-shot groups printed dang where near the exact same. So it shot a 0.46 and a 0.41, 5 shots and 5 shots. Not impressive ammo, but it's the Aguila subsonic solid point. That'll be next in line. So we're just gonna put it there. Again, still not super impressive, but the MTR is very impressive. Stock rifle. So this one, again, I was shooting at different targets, so I only did a 5-shot cider there, but this one is I don't even know how to say it, Cellier and Berlot. Anyway, Bellot, there you go. Canadian ammunition, Canadian match. Anyway, whatever. It's Canadian Tire Special. Okay, so this one is next in line. 0.56. I shot this one from a different ammo at the wrong target, so I neglected that one. And then, so this doesn't count. This is a 5-shot group, a 0.30, which in average of 0.43. So we're talking very small differences between these different ammos. What I'm really looking for is repeatability across all of them. That's what I want. It could shoot a really good number, score really high, but it needs to be consistent for me to like it. Next up, we have the SK long range. This one's shooting kind of interesting. Again, I was shooting at some other targets, and so I only warmed up with a 5-shot cider on here. SK long range, it shot an average of 0.38 of an inch, and so a 4.1 and a 3.5. So this one's at around an average price, but SK long range, did not perform as good as I wanted. So again, we're in this kind of mid-range. This is the SK Semi-Auto. I actually really like this stuff. This was 10 shots, just made one big jagged hole. And then for the 5 shots, it shot a 0.52, which is not good. But then it shot a 0.25, which was really good. So AKA there was a couple of flyers there that kind of destroyed that. Like if it wasn't for this one, this thing would score much higher. Probably really good. I actually really like this ammo. I want to give it another shot. I think some of these flyers, but that's the price you pay. It's for kind of mid-range cost. You're gonna get flyers, so you're not playing for match grade stuff. So you're gonna get flyers. So pick your poison, right? But we're gonna pick that semi-auto. These were the same, but I love this stuff. It's really good. But it's kind of a mid-range bullet. Let's keep going here. So Ely Force. So again, I was shooting at a different target for velocity. So I only shot 5 here, 5 somewhere else. And so I don't know what to think about this ammo. The first group was shooting at a 0.14 and then it shot a 0.58 and 2 crazy, spreads here. One was really high. I don't know where that came from. And so I'm not too excited when the pattern is so different and it's hard to predict. I know the Ely Force is just a little brother of a different type of ammo that I'm going to test, but for some reason I didn't like this ammo at all. I don't know why, but it's on the upper end of the velocity, and usually the MTRs love that, like higher speeds, like right below the cracking that sound barrier. But for some reason it wasn't that great, but I shot a 0.36, so we're gonna put the Ely Force up next. All right, let's keep going. This next one is, so here's the thing. So here's the Ely Remington match. Now, I just want to say something first before we get into that. These bullets here, the 10X and the team and the rifle match, I believe it's basically if it doesn't hit this tolerance, it goes down to this box, and if it doesn't hit those tolerances, it goes down to this box. Now, this one's the Remington match. I want to just get the regular match, but the Remington match, I think it's just like either a different primer or something like that. But in all essence, this is what you would shoot at a match. This is what you could practice with, and this one, it's something like that. These could be switched, I don't know, but essentially this is supposed to be the kind of the order of what should shoot better, because these have tighter tolerances. They're exactly the same. It's a very beautiful bullet to work with. Now, I just want to say that before we move forward. So the next on the list over here is a Remington match. Now, for whatever reason, this lot of ammunition, my gun didn't like as much. So it just is what it is. So you just live with it. It's just, it is what it is. It shot really well. I mean, really quite well. But so 10 shots, there's one, I don't know what happened here. I guess my barrel was still kind of warming up to it. It shot a 5-shot group with a little flyer there, so shooting at a 0.37, and they did a group at a 0.33. So it still shot at a 0.35 of an inch, which is okay, but we're kind of getting up to the higher end of the ammo, and so the price of the ammo, so it doesn't really get me excited, just because I know his brother or other brother did better. So for this lot of ammunition, my gut doesn't like, so I'm just gonna forget about it, but that's what it shot for me. So all you haters can you guys can just deal with it for what it is. Okay, so next up we have the SK rifle match. So this one shot actually okay. As our official groups, we have a 0.32 and a 0.32. Nothing super exciting, but what was the absolute, so this is the red box of the SK. This stuff is like a lot more oilier. It's different, so you really got to shoot quite a few rounds. To get that barrel used to it, you really want to put quite a few rounds through for the SK, especially if you're going to change between Ely and SK. So first of all, I don't like the oiliness that the SK ammo likes, but if your gun likes it, then she likes it. The problem with this is after shooting it, and I shot, well, it was 10, 5, 5, 5, and 5, so that's 20 shots. And out of those 20 shots, after I shot, 4 of them jammed into my gun. I don't like that. I don't think it's great. It just, something about it didn't extract properly, and for whatever reason, it didn't like it. I don't like it. It shot a .32 both times, but it's not something that gets me super excited. But it is a mid-range bullet, which is beating a higher end bullet right now. Anyway, all right. Okay, so this one is very interesting. I'll tell you the story of this. This is Ely semi-auto bench rest Outlaw. Okay, so this is supposed to be the big brother of Ely Force, but anyway, it's on the upper end. It's a 42 grain bullet instead of a 40 grain bullet, but it kind of dishes these out just subsonic. So this stuff, I'll tell you why I love this stuff so much. It's a mid-range bullet. So as an all in all, it is much cheaper than some of the higher end stuff. Okay, but I'm going to tell you this story. This is 10 shots in here. It's one ragged hole. It shot really well. Now, I had an incident here where I shot literally a bug hole with 4 of them, and one of them was totally me. I pulled it weird. It was something weird, and I could not rest with it being this flyer that was up here. So I totally disregarded, even though it was a tiny little bug hole, I disregarded I disregarded it altogether, and I decided to shoot another group beside it, and so it shot 5-shot group .28 and a .32 on the next one, and this one was like one hole plus my flyer plus this was 10 shots all in a row. At a mid-range price, this gets me super excited, because for some reason this lot of ammunition that I can get locally, and I bought like a bunch more boxes just because it got me so excited. This is probably the winner for me in one sense or another, because of how inexpensive it is compared to the other stuff. Okay, so here in Canada, the prices are through the roof. So if you guys are watching from the States, you guys are laughing because you guys get stuff so cheap compared to us. So this would be a mid-range box of ammunition, but this got me super excited. Bench rest semi-auto next on the list. All right, let's finish these last few off. So this is interesting to me because 10X to me, from what everybody says, is supposed to be king. Okay, supposed to be king. But for some reason, this lot of ammunition, my gun does not like as much. And I was expecting this to dominate everything, and it didn't. So the next up is this lot of ammunition of 10X. Now some people are just gonna lose their shit, but whatever. It is what it is. This is a high priced bullet. Not impressive. Now it still shot a .35 and a .24. Okay. So it still shot that, and I thought maybe it was just me on that day. I couldn't even justify it. I wanted to give it a second shot. So I did. So here's what happened. So this is shooting at a .29. Hooray, hurrah. It beats it by a fraction. The 10X, which is a much higher priced bullet, beat the semi-auto bench rest. Now, I shot it another day, and I warmed up both bullets, and I shot one right after the other. Now let me show you the results. So for the sake of trying stuff out, I shot in this order. The Bentrest Outlaw up here, I shot it against the Ely Contact because I had that day. I was shooting that one that day. So the Outlaw shot a .33, which isn't okay, it's fine. And then I shot the Ely Contact and it was still at that 1/2 inch, which is back here. Still shot at that same distance. Now, right after that, I reshot the Bentrest Outlaw, and it shot one bug hole, 5 shots, at a .16. .16. And then right after that, I shot the Ely 10X, and it shot a .33, which is the same as this .33 from up here. And this one just absolutely slaughtered him. So really, like, at the end of the day, I could, depending on the day, I can reverse these or I can interchange them. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to keep it like this. That's why I like the Bentrest so much. I just love that ammo. It's great. I love it. My gun loves it. So we'll keep going here. Oops, sorry. Here, let's keep these in the back here, I guess. There's 3 more to go. Next up, we have the Midas Plus. Now, I really like this ammo. It's just too bad that it's so expensive. But this was shooting really, really well. It shot a .20 and a .37, which I wasn't excited about that flyer that happened. Now I want to try. This is Midas Plus, Lapua Midas Plus. I do want to try a Center X. I think it'll do better. But I have lots of really expensive bullets to choose from already. So it just did really, 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 really well. But a .28 average, which is great. Okay, I'm going to show you this. Now, this next one is, I had an old box of Federal Premium Gold Medal Match. My last box. This stuff's discontinued. They do a different, they don't even offer this stuff anymore. I wish, because all my guns love it. I wish they still shot it, but nevertheless, I'll give you the results just because it's fun. It's discontinued, so it doesn't really matter. Shot one bug hole with 2 flyers on the warm-up, and then it shot a 5-shot .22, and it shot a .27 with an average of .25. This one took the top lead, and then I ran out of ammo. So whatever, I still want to put it on there because I thought it was interesting, but this one's kind of null. But if you do have a whole bunch of gold medal match, it might work good for you. And the last one, for some reason, this lot of ammunition for the Ely team, which should be down here somewhere, technically, but for some reason, this lot of ammunition that I get locally, he shot really, really well. So I don't know what was going on with the warm-up there, but this 5-shot group, you'll see that between the team, the 10X, and the Ely match, they do nice, perfectly clean holes. That's just the way the bullet's designed. And so it shot a .12 and a .25, just phenomenal. So as an average, a .23. This stuff was shooting better than my 10X, but this is a high-priced. It's not quite double the price of this Bentrest, but it's up there. So when I want to maybe shoot really good, I don't shoot matches, but when I want to shoot something crazy good, I can pull out the team just for the heck of it. But the Bentrest semi-auto is the way to go. But I did find the difference between the semi-auto and the team at 200 yards. Man, that team holds up together. And the Bentrest starts losing in shit at 200 yards. But even though it shoots really good, the flyers really fly. So we're going to keep this as the lineup. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. So I'm going to take some of these higher end ones and probably do like a head-to-head. I would like to find maybe a gold medal target, something maybe to just give it a try. I would also like to try some Center X. I heard that the Ely pistol match is really good, but I can't get any of that right now. I just can't find it. So I can only shoot what I can find. But as a couple different notes there, this surprised me. This was fantastic. It's clear. These are two clear winners. I do like the Midas Plus a lot. And some things that I did find out is that the SK Semi-Auto is probably my favorite because it didn't jam. ISK rifle match was okay, but not impressive. So I love this. And some of the standard velocity where everybody says, this stuff shoots the best. My Marlin XT22 only loves this ammo and this discontinued ammo. That's it. That's all she likes for some reason. So anyway, those are just some food for thought. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too long. And what I'd like to do is do some more head-to-head and maybe actually record some of my shootings there, just so I can share my results. But I don't know, I hope you enjoyed it. To me, I let the data speak for itself. I don't care which one wins. I was actually hoping that the contact would be somewhere up here because I love this stuff. But it failed miserably for me. And I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.